For your unit for health promotion leaflet assessment, you are provided with a overview document that explains what sort of information needs to be in your leaflet. So you need to design a single poster or an infograph. This infograph can just be a leaflet. Think of it as a leaflet with an image and some text providing information. Don't read too much into the term infograph. A leaflet with images, information, statistics, etc. can be the same. And you need to communicate the benefits of a healthy lifestyle and the risks of obesity and an unhealthy lifestyle. The poster is targeted at people who are considering making changes to their lifestyle but who are still not fully committed. So imagine this could be in your gym. It could be something that you put up on a poster board near the entrance. It could be something that you post on social media. It could be something that you leaflet flyer around an area. You want it to look professional. You want it to look smart. You want to have good spelling, good punctuation, good grammar. The type and level of information conveyed should be appropriate for the target group. You should use a combination of images, statistical data from recognized sources, so things like the NHS will be ideal, as well as bullet point text and clear titles and subtitles, so it's easy to read and for your client to understand. The message should be that the health risks of being overweight or obese, the current prevalence of obesity in the UK, the benefits of a healthy style, and the risks of an unhealthy lifestyle. You must include sources of evidence, so you must give some sort of links. And I would also recommend, if you can, as well as a link, try and provide a QR code, as if this was a leaflet on a notice board. Very rarely would somebody copy a link down, but they would scan a QR code to read that further information that you're trying to provide them. So that would be good practice for you to try and do. However, make sure you fill these bullet points as well. So I would use the bullet points here because this is what you will be getting assessed on. So first of all, is the terminology and level of detail appropriate for the target audience? So make sure, it'll be adults reading it. It'll be somebody in a gym setting. You want it to be respectful but educational. As you go down, you want to identify the health risks of being overweight or obese, and you need 3 marks for that. So if you only gave us one health risk of being overweight or obese, you are only going to get 1 mark, and you need to get a minimum of 2 out of 3. So for the health risks of being overweight or obese, you need to give us at least 3 bullet points. The current prevalence of obesity in the UK, again, you need at least 3 marks. So you need to give us at least 3 current statistics. The benefits of a healthy lifestyle, again, there's 3 marks, and then the risks of an unhealthy lifestyle, 3 marks. So hopefully you can see how your leaflet could be broken down into 4 clear sections. The health risks, the current prevalence, the benefits, and the risks of an unhealthy lifestyle. Some clear bullet points, some clear information, a couple of links to some recognized sources, and if you put some appropriate images in there as well, some clear titles and subtitles, it should make for quite good reading. Here you need to get at least 11 out of 13. Your assessor will mark whether it's a pass or refer, and then we'll provide some written feedback, and sometimes there may also be a video link for you to watch. In addition to this assignment, though, or this assessment criteria, you're also provided with guidance on how to create a leaflet or an infograph. So some key things to consider. Choose the correct size of your text to ensure the document is readable. So you might want a big header that's in font 20, font 24, font 30, however big you think is appropriate. You may then have subtitles in font 16, and you may then have the actual text and the information in font 12. So it's very clear to read. You want to ensure there are no spelling or grammar mistakes. Be aware of colour. Certain colours on certain backgrounds can be very hard to read. So, for example, white writing on a yellow background is very hard to read, especially if the sun's on it, etc. Use titles and subtitles to highlight areas. Use images, tables, graphs, charts, bullet points, wherever possible, to make the leaflet more engaging, more interesting to read. There's nothing worse than just a long paragraph. Reference any facts or stats. So if you are saying that current prevalence of obesity is a certain percentage, then you need to be able to show where you're getting that from, and that's where you need to provide at least a URL to that website, or ideally a QR code as well. And there are lots of packages you can use, software packages, to help you create a leaflet. So Microsoft Word, it can be a bit difficult sometimes though when you start putting images in, it can start jumping around. There is Microsoft PowerPoint, which is a little bit more purposefully designed for leaflets. Microsoft Publisher is, but you may find Microsoft PowerPoint a little bit easier to use. Or there are other bits of software such as Canva and Infograph, and I know Canva in particular is used by several PTs, as you can create things like logos, Facebook, Instagram pictures, your own leaflets, etc. on there. And for the most of it, it's free as well. So it can be a good opportunity for you to start practicing creating your own documents and leaflets. You can put branding on it, for example. But you don't have to. Feel free to put it on Word, PowerPoint, anything like that you're most comfortable with. And as long as you're fulfilling the criteria, then that will be fine.